It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
打光好神奇啊！應該講話非常之唔合理咯。其實佢呢個人物打光嘅時候係好明確有補一個光喺呢個動畫上邊，就左手邊。然後嗰個位根本就唔應該有光咯，即係喺呢個場景入邊嚟講嘅話。
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
嚟，開始我哋任務啦。
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge.
Nice.
To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
OK。話説，而家諗起《哈利波特》入邊，佢哋係咪一年級就學識 Levioso？ 點解會而家佢哋5年級先至嚟學 Levioso？ 到底係咪有些少唔多合理咧？
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent. As Master... Levioso! Now, well done. Well done.
好似鞭屍咁。
But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now,
Okay.
I want a fair duel using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso. This should be easy.
You're good.
Protego. Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
頭先發生咩事？
Levioso.
I do enjoy my duel.
你唔會打到你嘅啩？
Don't kill my students with this again.
我血咗落去啦。啊，有啲唔熟練啊。
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
我哋嘅笑容好假啊！
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
點樣懷疑呢個前提？
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
我哋先揾其他人傾下偈先。
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
等陣先，所以佢哋係屬於複雜嗎？而家
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done. I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
啊，
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert.
哦，你睇得起我
Sebastian
啦。
Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
我哋應該要講大話啩，係咪啊？因為我哋頭先嗰個教授叫我哋唔好講俾人哋聽我哋嘅探險，所以呢個係我哋第一場嘅決鬥。
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
啊，咁啊幾有趣！
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
哇，我哋呢個
Excellent.
回答真係好
Knew I was
格萊芬多啊！
If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned. We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
Answer me this! Today, I received a letter thanking me for a conversation I never had and a practice I never made! If I discover that you have been using Polyjuice Potion again, I shall write to the headmaster and ask him to expel you! Mark my words!
啊，哦，
I promise you, more teachers nod at you if you're holding a stack of books. I swear it's true.
你仲有邊個講嘢啊？空氣啊！我哋可唔可以坐低？唉，點解唔可以幫我哋坐低咧？俾我哋坐低同人哋傾下偈、扮下嘢嘛！真係。我哋嚟到啦。
We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
The youngest is
Sorry.
I want him to get back to the lesson.
All of the professors have their own owls. I imagine they must send a lot of letters.
所以佢哋唔中意呢個教授嗎
Hogwarts must have hundreds of owls in the owlery.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
我覺得佢學校咁大，咁一直走嚟走去，唔會非常之浪費上堂時間咩
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
So
why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last Accio. Very good. Splendid! Excellent control there.
有個啊，耶！
Very good. Points to Hufflepuff.
Nice.
But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge?
呢個打工人非常之奇怪。
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
都咪有駝背啊
Be sharp.
唔知道我哋有冇機會打平手之類咧
That is how it's done.
哇！呢、個女仔佢感覺好精心好強。聽聽聽，有耶
Very good.
Let us see this.
我哋哎呀，等下先，角度 ，OK。
Nicely done. Watch this.
好，最後一個嗰度。你話小姐，你有少少擋到我，咁樣啦。有成功
score. Remarkable.
Nice， 我哋平手誒。
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
其實我一直都好想問，點解有口音嘅咧？佢唔係英國人嚟嘅咩
？Focus now, you will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go.
Okay.
There we go.
可唔可以揀第二個球啊？見我哋一定要用呢個咁旁邊嘅。啊！我真係唔明白究竟點樣樣。
Everyone is watching, but try not to be nervous. You are doing quite well.
誒，哦，你反而幫咗佢嘅。
Be sharp.
鬆手快咗添。
Well done. Let us see this.
誒，應該撞到之後仲可以繼續拉過嚟嘅。過分。等陣，我驚我撞到個箱。
Do not think I will start going easy.
Here.
啊！哦，失敗咗添。
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
哦，佢都係轉學生。
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive, not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
但係我以設定上嚟講，唔係話用魔杖嘅話，會更加好控制魔法嘅咩？
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
It addresses Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
佢叫 Nana 定 Natty 定係乜嘢嘢啊？
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so
我
inclined.
記得係唔得嘅喎。
Well,
A word, if
you'd
you
be
would.
using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that. Cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
好，老師傾偈。
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
我覺得佢動畫睇落好差，仲有一個原因係因為佢眼睛咧唔多喐咯。
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Yes.
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
後邊嗰個後邊嗰個到底發生咩事？啊
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
呢個係咪前邊嗰個 professor 同佢講話，叫佢淨係需要一本書嗰個女仔啊？上堂嘅時候，你邊做乜嘢？需要幫忙嗎？啊，唔好意思撞到你，點解會喺某啲地方就呢個物理碰撞，某啲地方就冇咧？真係，嘿，貓咪耶！呢個貓嘅魅力都非常之，我覺得真係身為一個3D 作品，應該講話應該身為一個2023年嘅作品，點解佢嗰啲建模可以某啲地方差到呢個地步咧
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan.
咁快就知道。
Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near, what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
我哋將呢個問題拋俾呢個佛格教授啦。
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
係咪類似對牛彈琴嘅意思啊？頭先嗰句，佢有提到。
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
話說，而家諗一諗，我哋既然開學之前其實已經買晒大部分嘢，即係代表其實我哋應該係可以去到對角街買我哋需要嘅嘢啦。咁點解會而家先至去魔杖店買魔杖？我哋之前要用二手嘅，然後而唔係新嘅咧？
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
呢個幻術咩嚟㗎？
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
Okay.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asks that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
所以嗰個女仔叫 Natty 係咪啊？不過其實我唔係非常之中意 Natty 咯，覺得佢目前俾我感覺好勝心太好強。我哋揀 Sebastian 啦。
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
等先，我突然諗起一個問題，5年級嘅話，應該大概幾多歲啊？我哋11歲入學，11歲係1年級，所以15，所以我哋而家先至15歲，然後我哋就可以飲啤酒。定係 butterbeer 係冇呢個酒精，所以係冇問題嘅咧？嗰個教授喺嗰度。
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that, the mending charm Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
我正想問呢個問題。
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
Okay. 我會完成任務㗎。
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
教授，我嚟啦。
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.